Someone asked me the other day, do I write scripts or what I'm doing? Do I look like the kind of guy that writes scripts? You can answer that in the comments. I'm not going to swear because it's the first 20 seconds of the video and I'm not allowed. Let's get cracking, everyone. Welcome back. So here we go again. We're getting close on this guitar. I've condensed it down quite a bit. So hopefully you get it every week and then no one gets to moan about me not getting things out on time and all that guff.
Tick tock, motherfucker!
Because it's not like I've got a life outside of YouTube in this workshop. I have got a life outside of YouTube in this workshop. And it's really busy. Have we been 30 seconds? It's really fucking busy. Really busy. So I've got my bits here. Gilmour's guitar, as we know, it's got black dots. So I bought some black dots, some overpriced bits of crap. It's an unnecessarily big box, isn't it? And some black dots to go in the neck. Let's get them glued in, let's get them sanded off. We can also sand off our little bit of walnut and see if that's worked. If that's, yeah, I'm apprehensive. And then we'll go down and get this engraved. Some interesting comments on my Chibson video. I might do a follow-up. I might have already done a follow-up when you see this. Time continuity is a bit of a bastard. But if I haven't, go back and watch that one. Lots of views, lots of opinions, lots of emotion. Some people on there, I'm just going to assume you're having a bad day. Cue music. There you go, we got some fret dots. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. I'm moving in the light, We've got dots, we've got side dots, we're all on there. These dots were actually closer to 6.35, which I think is the American size. They haven't gone in that smoothly really, they're a little bit oversized. Thank you very much, Mr. Bezos, for selling me something from China, which was not as it was fucking described.
I'm not even sorry.
Buy it from a reputable place. On the contrary, me side dots, they're fine. We'll keep them. So next job, we just got to round this off. I'm going to take this over and blast it very gingerly on the sander. We'll take our time and yeah, I think that's the best way of doing that. Follow me. Oh, it's a sexy little bench I'm making for Mrs. Richards. I'm sure she'll think it's shit.
Yeah.
Oh, not bad for a blag. I don't like putting headstocks anywhere near that thing because one just pushed too much and you've destroyed things. We've already got a little ridge there I'm gonna have to sand out because I've learned the hard way many times on that thing. That's why I use the sander of destruction, which I need to fix. Did order a part for that, the wrong bit came. But anyway, we haven't got a bad result there. That's all right, I'm happy with that. Just gonna double check now that I can get to the truss rod. Oh, and we're in. We're in. That worked. I shouldn't act so fucking surprised, should I? But there you go. That went all right. Let's go down to Fritzl's basement. Shh. Got to keep your voice down. And get a little engraving on there. This is going to be the last guitar which is branded Richards Custom Guitars. Everything after this one is going to be Milehouse Studios, I think. Let me know what you think about that. My name's Paul Richards. I always dreamt of Richards Custom Guitars. But this is Milehouse Studios, and people get a bit confused because it's two names. Fucking the internet. Well, there you go, we're laser engraved. We got out of Fritzl's basement unharmed, and that's always a good thing. It can get a little bit hairy down there. So we've got our fret dots in. We've got some side dots in. We're laser engraved. We've done our little walnut thing. We've got our skunk stripe all looking nice and tidy. This neck is taking shape. What else are we going to do? Let's get the body. We can see from my fender body here that's pretty knackered, and my reference. We've got to do all the sexy curves. We've got to put a belly carve in the back, which I will try to copy as best I can. And we've also got to do our comfort cut. That's the easy one. And then we'll blend it all in and make it all pretty and lovely. I especially love the really skinny top edge of a Strat. Really makes it dynamic. Which is why I'm not very dynamic, because there's nothing about this figure which is skinny.
I'm an overweight middle-aged man.
There you go. Just met a customer this morning. I won't divulge too much information, but every now and again you meet someone and you think, yeah, nice guy. But I don't think I want to see what's on his laptop. So we're going to be doing all our carves. I want to turn that into that. Somehow, this is a really skinny body because it's an Affinity. Ours is going to be a bit thicker, but we're going to turn that into that. Let's get started, shall we? First thing I need to do is sharpen my sexy curved bed spoke shave from Axminster Tools. Not the best, not the worst. I won't include that in the video because, my God, most of you tune out at 7 minutes anyway. Do us a favour for YouTubers, click the like button. You can subscribe if you want. There's a little button on the bottom of the screen. I think I'm pointing to the right side. Just in case there's cover all bases. But watch the video to the end. Okay, now, 7 minutes, gotta flick on. Watch it to the end. We work hard on our videos. It's all about the algorithm. Fucking algorithm. Let's get to carving. I'll see you over at the router station. Now I've got to get my sharpening gear down, and last night the movement alarm pinged up on my phone for the workshop because we've got top security, and it was a fucking spider the size of Devon. So I'm going to be taking this down very, very slowly. Ugh, don't like spiders. Right, next phase. Are we on? Yeah. Next phase, I've got to do this belly cut. Very important for me because we've got the belly. I understand the need. I've done it a few different ways in the past. This time, I'm going to mark it out very carefully, and I'm going to hand saw lots of grooves, chisel out the worst of it, and then go at it with the spoke shave, which I'm not having a lot of luck with. But I've sharpened it up. It's very sharp. Let's see how we get on. I'll montage it. I might cut in and say some pointless crap in between, but that's, you know, we're just trying to make it entertaining. This is an entertainment channel, not a school. On my template, we've got the marks here, so we know what we're doing. And luckily for me, they're marked on the end. So I've only got to lay that template on there approximately, and we can mark where that cut starts and ends. Next job up is the much easier comfort carve. Just do that with a block plane, piece of piss. Christ, that's a lot of work. It's getting hot in here. I've just raised the temperature of the workshop by 3 degrees. Full bench build video. It's gotta be coming soon. I think I'll deserve a sexy bench. Give me a like and a comment if you think I deserve a sexy bench. I do. Because this is a bit makeshift, isn't it? Right, so we are resembling a Strat body. We've got a belly carve. We've got a comfort carve on the side, which is, oh, lovely, no splinters on there. So that is ready for me to just sit down and sand, like I'm going fucking mental. So I won't do that on camera. I'll save you, because, you know, if you're still here, let's treat it to some real workmanship. Let's carve a neck, all right? I'll see you over the neck carving section, which is not really a section. It's just another bit of the workshop. It's not very far away at all. I won't need to get the bus. Right, so we're back on a Monday morning. I'm standing back a little bit. I keep standing too close to the camera, and when I edit it, I can't zoom out. Shit. I'm not gonna go through the jig and how I make it. I'll do that in a later video. Lots of you ask for jig videos. No one watches them. Boring. So even though I enjoy making them, and I will, they are a labour of love, all right? I'll get nothing out of them. Perhaps they're slow burners and people are gonna come and watch it for years and years and they'll tally up and I might make 4 pence a month until I'm dead. Anyway, let's discuss what I'm doing. Normally when I make a fender shape, which is my favourite, I don't relieve the thickness too much, but I do sweep it in, and that just gives you great access. A Phil McKnight handshake, you know what I'm talking about. That gives you nice access. I just feel it's more comfortable. I'm not doing it in this case because we're making Dave's guitar, and that'll be not in keeping with what I'm trying to do. So Fender, leave it square, don't they? Which is not as nice. I don't prefer it, but that's what we're doing this time. So in this case, I've got to basically copy this neck profile and all of these cheeky shapes. Piece of cake, or as we've come to say in the workshop, piece of piss. I was worried for a time that I wouldn't be monetized because I used the odd bit of crass language. I might only be advertised on the dark web. So looking at this, I don't want to use my jig to do a round too far over there. So I'm going to mark to that point. That's where I'm going to stop. And also here, we start tapering up around about that point. So on my jig, I'm just going to round out and profile this part of the neck. Simple. You say simple, that jig is amazing, but if you're careless and you try and rush or you try and take too much, you can absolutely destroy everything you've done. Anyway, I'm getting a bit pervy. What? So let's move over, shall we? Don't forget to like and subscribe. There's a cheeky button down the bottom. You can always press that and subscribe if you're on full screen on your phone. That makes it easy, doesn't it? No excuse.
Work. That's right.
Like I said, we're not going into the jig today. Can't be bothered with that. So what I've been left with, and I am using this neck as a reference. I haven't measured Dave's neck profile. Fuck me, what do you want from me? But I really like this neck. I like a bigger neck. I'm not a skinny neck guy. So seeing as we're referencing, let's zoom in and I'll show you what I'm going to do on here. We can see at that point there that the haunch of this neck is about there. I'm just matching that approximately. So basically from my skunk stripe, I'm going to be shaping back in that shape. This part of the neck, a little bit simpler. It just rounds and stays flat. Pretty simple like that. And then everything else is just massaged in. No volutes, no complications, just easiness. So I'm going to stick this on my very basic bit of wood now that I use for carving out, and we'll start chiseling out and making this a little bit more gorgeous. You see the router jig leaves some lines and all the rest of it. I'll just show you the profile I'm going for, because some of you have got brains and you need to know more information than my blasé wank. It's a 1990s Strat profile, which I really like. You can change that jig and you can cut different profiles if you want to really go balls deep into the design.
Balls deep?
I tend to just stick the same profile on, and I'll leave myself a little bit shy, and that lets me shape the edges of my neck however I want to in that particular case. We can go for a shallow D, we can go for a gradual C, and all those other wanky letters that people reference necks on that really don't make much of a difference to you. So I'm going to set up the jig. We'll reconvene on that with multiple angles for a bit of visual porn, and we'll go from there. Hi there, looking relaxed in this non-relaxing position. Here we are in choppy section. I've got me very shiny chisel. Oh, someone's been tarting them up. We're just going to start chopping away now, and I'm going to stand up straight because this is a little bit undignifying. Cue rock music. We've shaped our neck in. You can see that we've got a lot of similarities here. It's not that difficult. You can spend all day doing that job. I've just done it in what, 45 minutes? You could spend 12 hours on it, get to the same stage, never put a foot wrong, and get it pretty spot on. If you are going to take the orbital sander to it like I do, which does speed things up a lot, it takes a little bit of love, and also bear in mind that is a very tired old bit of 320 grit. So it's not don't go at it with a brand new 120 disc because you'll just absolutely chew it up. This is not really touching it as aggressively as you could do. You could even go 400 and you're just easing away at it. I've still got a couple of marks in here. We're pretty much ready to wrap this video up. You've endured another one. Well done. We're gaining a bit of traction. Comment whatever you want. Just don't be a